Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday morning live stream. It's been a little while since I've been on, so I'm glad to have everyone back. And I'm looking forward to a good live stream today. We got a couple things going on. I have a contest today, which is going to be a gift card for your whoever the winner is choosing. No guests today, so it's just going to be me. So I look forward to some questions and some comments in the chat so that we can keep this moving along. It's been a little while since I've been on. I've had a lot of stuff going on. Specifically, my entire office was redone. I redid all my computer work and all my wiring and everything. That's why it's been a while. So I got a whole new setup here. Hopefully it works. Hopefully there's no issues. But if you do see any issues, of course, let me know so I can work on them for the next stream. Good to see all the usual suspects in here. Mark asked about Batfish Killer. He just had a baby, actually. He had his baby this week, I believe. So if you know him personally or you want to say hi to him, just wish him a congratulations. He's been really busy with the baby, obviously. Let's see who else we got in here. Looks like we got about 14, 15 people. We're gonna want 25 people to enter the contest to give away the gift card today. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, my computer might be acting weird, so if you guys see stuff, let me know. Obviously, my camera always goes off, so don't worry about my camera. So today we're going to talk about lighting. Before we go forward with lighting, if you guys don't know, I did get a huge stock of Neptune Skies. So if you guys are looking for skies, I do have the hanging kits and I do have the skies on my website. So if you guys are interested in purchasing them, go ahead and purchase them. I got quite a bit of them. So if you're looking forward to buying them, go ahead and buy them. I've already sold a few, but I still got a lot more. So let's go get those out to people that are wanting them. I was surprised and shocked that they contacted me to sell them because I was like, well, I'm just some little dealer over here. I barely sell anything. So I was glad that they thought about me, and I was happy that I was able to get some stock for people that are looking for them. So if you're looking for skies, I do have them. I have quite a bit of them. So if you guys want them, I got a bunch of them. So let's see. No questions in the chat yet. So hopefully you guys got to watch my review that I did. I think I did it like 5 days ago or something, and it was interesting because I had wanted to do a review on the Sky, and I've had it for a long time. I've had it probably, well, long time is not really a long time, but I've had it for probably about 6 months, and I've had all these people kind of come out with reviews, come out with their thoughts of it. I'm not going to mention any names, but we've had some people open them up and say things about it, and I find it funny, and I really wanted to make that video because I found it funny that people would give their opinion on a light and they hadn't even installed it yet or hadn't even put it over their tank, and they're already criticizing it. And I thought that was really funny. So I really wanted to, I don't know if I really wanted to stick it to them because that's not the way that I am, but I really wanted to just give my rebuttal from someone that actually has used it. It's just like you guys are making fun of something, but you haven't even used the light. So I thought that was a little funny. Let's see. Your unbiased review came. Definitely saw the effort to be unbiased. I guess so, Glenn. I mean, I wasn't trying to be biased whatsoever, but it is a review of the Sky, so I just wanted to give my opinion of the Sky. And I do find some of these comments to be pretty silly that I see. And just so you guys know, I've had many lights. I have an Ecotech Gen 4 over here. It's sitting right over here. I've had it for years, and it's over my nano tank, and I think it's a fantastic light. So I don't have any bias towards a specific light, but what I do have a bias towards is people just bashing equipment that they haven't even used. I have definitely said some bad things about ReefBot in the past, but I've had the ReefBot for a couple of years. I've had two of them, and I've experienced all the things I can experience with them. Um, so I think I feel that I have a pretty good grasp of what's going on with ReefBot because I've had it and I've used it. But then you got people out there, and again, I'm not going to mention names because it's not a specific person. It's a number of people that have never even seen the light, have never even seen it in front of them, have never even put it on, and are making fun because of how it's built, or the gasket thing just made me laugh when I saw the whole thing about the gasket thing. Um, so that was really funny. But yeah, I want to go over all lighting, so we're not going to just go over the sky today. But I wanted to say, I just think it's funny that these people are saying things about something that they haven't even used. I mean, how can you review something if you haven't even used it, right? Um, I I don't plan on ever going to open up my sky. Do I give a crap about it? No. And I mentioned it in my video quite extensively that I've had it for 6 months. I hadn't had a single issue with it. And until I do have an issue with it, guys, I'm going to say it's a fantastic light. And until I have that issue, then I'm going to say, hey, guys, guess what? There's an issue, right? And I'm going to tell you guys because I'm honest with you guys. Yes, I see someone talked about the heat sink issue and a few other things. Yeah, there's some design, let's say, flaws inside it. But again, if anything has an issue, then we'll know in the future, right? But we can't tell anything's going to have an issue in the future just by opening it up and saying, "Oh, well, look at that." I mean, I've opened up products before. Hell, I've seen people do stupid things in the automation realm and home theater. I've seen people do wiring stupid ways and all kinds but you know what? The system works. Even though it was done poorly, the system still works. So it's kind of hard to say anything bad about a product when you haven't used it. That was my big thing, guys. Is just I don't know. Yeah, and Mark kind of mentioned something. I mean, there are people, even though you guys, I agree, there's sometimes I'm a little biased towards certain things, but there are people that are just completely unbiased towards something all the time. So it's hard to really take their opinion when they're always unbiased against it. Like I'm always unbiased against ReefBot, um, you know, but I've had it. I've used it. So what can I say? Let's see. We got any questions? Glenn said he had some questions. I didn't see them unfortunately. You might have to retype them. I don't see them. I'm sorry. Uh, but yeah, like I said, I've had the Ecotech. I know a lot of people that are really happy with the Coral Care. I have a couple people that love the Coral Care light. Haven't heard anything bad about the Coral Care light. But again, unless I'm mistaken, and I'd like you guys to say this in the comments, when the Coral Carrot came out, did you see people opening it up and then just immediately bashing it because it has something missing or it has something there and they hadn't even used it yet? I mean, again, am I mistaken? Did someone open it and say, "Oh, well, look at this"? I don't recall that. I don't recall anyone doing that with the G5 either. It's like they're purposely opening up products just to bash them. That's how I look at it. Um, do you think it's possible to replace the fans inside to help with the heat? Um, I mean, I guess you could. I haven't had really any issues with heat. Um, at least in my case, I haven't. But I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about, Glenn. Neptune calcium reactor regulator? A Neptune calcium reactor regulator. I haven't heard about a Neptune calcium reactor regulator. What? I mean, you would think I would know because I'm a dealer, but I don't know anything about a calcium reactor regulator. What are you talking about? Let me look on their products here. I don't know what you're talking about. uh, Hey, what's up, Lucas? Yeah, I was mentioning Lucas before the stream started, kind of what's going on in my life. Um, so I'm gonna try to get back to these every week if I can. Unfortunately, I don't have any guests. I had a couple guests, and they just have been a little flaky. I'm trying really hard to get SpectraPure on here. So if SpectraPure, you guys are watching, I've reached out to you a number of times. I'd like to have you on. Um, Uh, yeah, I'm not going to comment on what Robert just said, but I completely disagree with what he just said. If you look at, this is how I'm going to put it. If you look at his track record on any reviews by Neptune, you will see what I'm talking about. Um, I don't know this other guy, Telegram. I'm not going to mention names, but I don't know him personally. I don't know exactly what he was doing or talking about. I haven't seen any of his stuff. But I'm not, again, I can tell you with absolute certainty that there are people out there that, let's just say, get kickbacks from certain people and give reviews based on their kickbacks. And you guys know very much so that I don't do that whatsoever. Um, Even being a Neptune dealer, right? I only just became a Neptune dealer, 2 months ago? Before all that, I was never a Neptune dealer. Um, yes, I'm trying to sell stuff, but to be quite frank with you, I don't care. Like, if something Neptune makes sucks, I'm gonna let you guys know it sucks. Let's see. Something about how you know about I don't know anything about a calcium reactor project. I mean, I'm serious. I swear to you, I have no idea. What's up, Jessica J? John Rose, what's up? Brian Bench, what's up, guys? All the usual suspects. Hatfields, Reef, what's going on, man? Hatfield's Reef's in, guys, so unfortunately you probably have no chance of winning the contest because he always wins when he's here. So, let's see. Robert, they definitely get kickbacks. I can actually, if you, Robert, I don't know who you are personally. I don't know if you've ever been on my channel, but send me a message and I'll show you some evidence of all of it. I know for a fact they do. And yes, I absolutely think he bashed it. There's some major lies in that review, and I can actually go through them if someone wants to reach out to me personally. I will show you because I own the Sky, so I have it and it works. And he doesn't know what he's talking about on a certain couple of things. But again, we're not going to go through that. I don't want to try to get off that subject. Let's see. Yeah, Philly did bring up a good point here. Philly brought up a really good point. I think the biggest problem, guys, out there is the price. I think, and I mentioned this if you guys were at my stream, I did a Sky release stream like the day they released this information on the Sky. And when they told me that the price was going to be what it was, I got to be honest with you guys, I was taken aback by the price. So I completely agree with people. I completely agree where people are saying it's a little priced a little bit high, and I was kind of shocked by the price. I would say maybe you guys disagree. I would say it's about a $700 light, maybe about a $750 light. Especially since it doesn't come with a hanging kit, is a little off-putting for a lot of people. But I can tell you guys, if you've seen a lot of Neptune's products in the past, they have been relatively well priced for what they are. I think the Sky is a little ambitious with their price. Like I said, I had to pay full price for one of the Skies, so I totally agree with you. I think it was a little much. And yeah, now I'm selling them, right? So now I have to sell the Skies, and it's going to be tough to sell the Skies just because of the price, And Lee, I agree with you. I think if they want to be just a hair more competitive with getting their light out to beat other people like um, the XR30 or Ecotech or Coral Care or all these other companies, I would think they'd want to try to get a lower price to try to sell their product. But you know, I'm going to say that is a point of contention. I didn't mention that in my review because I wanted to review the light, not review the price and what I think about the price. You know, it's it is what it is. It's not like I can sell it cheaper, for instance. I wish I could. Let's see, Glenn. I don't agree. I don't think it's a $550 light. I really, I think that's a little bit low in comparison to some of the lights out there. And yeah, I agree. The hanging kit should be included with it. It's a little pricey for the hanging kit, also. Let's see if they make a smaller light. Yeah, they might do that. Philly Reefers saying they might do something with a smaller light, like a Neptune Sky Mini. I think that's a good idea. They might do that. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, Jessica J, you have to buy the hanging kit separately, which I sell. I sell it as a separate piece, and I believe it's $30 for the hanging kit. So um, I think, like I said, I think a lot of the online, I don't want to say it's bashing, but the pushbacks on the light is price. I think if the price was a little bit lower, you probably wouldn't see as much of this pushback from people. But since it's relatively expensive, you know, do a property hours, they should come out with a smaller one. Yeah, I can tell you right now, I have an Ecotech Gen 4 XR15 sitting right over here on my Nano. Fantastic light. But it would be nice to put a Sky on it because it would go with my whole ecosystem here. But it's a little bit expensive to put a Sky on such a small tank. Let's see. Any questions? I can't mentally pull a trigger versus my pair of XR15s yet, but I would only need one. Yeah, I can tell you, Lee. You're going to notice a positive difference when going from the XR15s to the Sky. Uh, yeah, but Glenn, I mean, you don't. I mean, let's be honest. You don't have all the control. You don't have the error information. I mean, there's so much more to it than just an LED light. Uh, Yeah, Dallas has a really good point. He said, "We all wish it was a little cheaper." Yeah, well, I think we all wish everything was little bit cheaper, but unfortunately, um, in this hobby, nothing's cheap. You know, and getting it right is nothing cheap. You know. Let's see. I haven't seen my tank in 2 weeks. Yeah, yeah. You know, it's tough to be away from your tank, but when you have a controller, it really does make things a lot easier. And that's another thing. I'm not going to mention names, but there was someone that is known for really going after Neptune, and he unfortunately had a tank crash, you know, and that tank crash was because he didn't want to put a controller on his tank. He said controllers are stupid. He doesn't like controllers. It's a well-known person, by the way, and didn't have a controller in his tank crash because he went on vacation. And it's like you bash a product, and then when you need it, now you're saying, oh well, I should have had a controller. That was my problem. I should have never done that. Let's see. What's up, producer Reef? Let's see. Yeah, so you know, I wanted to mention this too about lights. You know, I'm glad we're having this stream because lights in general on a fish tank, on an aquarium, are so specific to the person. We're talking aesthetics. We're talking potentially control. We're talking how it looks above the tank. How much it costs, of course, but really lighting is a personal choice. I've noticed out of everything in the hobby, let's say a skimmer, right? You can buy a bunch of different skimmers, and they're probably all going to do about the same thing, right? They all kind of look the same. They all kind of have all the same control, right? But it's never really a, oh, well, this skimmer is better than this skimmer. I mean, some of them you can say that, but generally a skimmer is a skimmer, right? Let's be honest here. Some skimmers do better than others, but if you got 5 people in a row, right, and you ask them, well, which skimmer would you recommend? They all might give you a different answer, but those 5 answers are all going to pretty much have a very similar skimmer. You know, you're going to have someone that says, I like DC skimmers. You're going to have someone that says, like, I like AC skimmers. Oh, I like, a skimmer that is this tall. I like a skimmer that's this wide, right? But you're not going to get a lot of different opinions. But when it comes to lighting, you're going to get those same 5 people. Each one of them are generally going to have a different opinion on lighting. And that's the thing about lighting is it's, I think personally, you know, the lighting itself is so, how do I explain it? It's so personal, you know, what you like about a skimmer, right? Or I'm sorry, about a light. How much you want to spend on a light. And Mikey D, I want to mention something because this is driving me absolutely insane. So Mikey D said, I don't like a fan of the rubbery look. I hate to tell you that, but there's so many lights that have that rubbery look. I just want you to know that. So it's not just them. Even the Ecotech has the rubbery look. Let's see, the skimmer were, yeah, Glenn, if they call it the skimmer, again, it's going to have to be miles different in some way than other skimmers to, you know, to be something better, right? Dallas, Dallas asked, you still think the Neptune is the best controller? Do you like the Hydros at all? So I've mentioned this a number of times on my stream. I actually mentioned this on the last stream. I love the Hydros. I love it. I think it's a fantastic product. The fact that they're coming out with new things all the time, it's going to compete with Neptune eventually. I don't think it's there yet, but it's going to. I personally, for my system, think the Neptune is the best for me. Do I think it's the best for everyone? Absolutely not. So I think Dallas, in terms of controllers, I think that Neptune for my system, because I have so much stuff, is the best for me. I don't think it's the best. I think each controller is good in its own way for different people. Kind of like the lights. You know, the lights, anything about lighting is very similar to anything about controllers, right? Controllers are kind of a personal preference, I think. And depending on how much automation you want to have and how much craziness you want to do is going to depend on how much you're going to spend and which ones you're going to buy, right? Just like the lighting, how much you're going to spend, what you're looking for, how much control it has. You know, I think it's a personal preference. That's why lighting, when I see people bashing lighting, it kind of disgusts me a little bit, because it's not that they're bashing Neptune. I want you guys to understand this. It's because they're bashing something that it's a personal preference. It's such a personal preference, which lighting you buy, right? And I did mention earlier, I don't like the fact that people bash things when they haven't even tried it, which just drives me crazy. Yeah, Reef Breeders has a fantastic light too. You know, I think there's so many good lights out there. I really do. I think that you know, the Coral Care is a really good light. I think the Ecotech, I have an Ecotech. I think they're fantastic lights. I don't, again, from a personal standpoint, I don't like the Mobius. I don't like how Mobius kind of retracted away from all the controllers now. So if you have a Neptune, luckily I have a WXM that's controlling my XR15 on my Neptune, because again, me personally need the control for that lighting. And the reason I need the control for the lighting in my case only, is because when I have people come over and look at my nano tank, I want to be able to switch the photo mode easily on my Apex. And also, I have a number of other things. When my wife is doing her stuff on her computer, which is right next to the tank right here, that light shines right in her face, right? So the fact that I can pull up my Neptune, or she can, and just turn off the light while she's in here for 30 minutes or an hour is huge for her. So again, everyone, it's so personal which light you buy. But for me, I love the Ecotech, but having the ability to turn it off and on from my Apex app is huge for me. The fact that the Gen 5s have completely just got away from Neptune, for me, would not work. Even though it's a great light, it's not going to work in my particular case, right? Um, let's see. Yeah, Robert said I'm not very tech savvy, so the Sky is so easy to use. I'm gonna mention something on that real quick. I think most of the lights are easy to use, Robert. So I don't think it's just the Neptune. I think they're all really easy. But Neptune did do a good job in producing an app that makes it simple for the Sky. But again, other than the Mobius, they're all pretty much easy to use, I think. Oh yeah, Glenn just mentioned constructive criticism and reefing is always hurting people's feelings. Yeah, this whole industry is a bunch of drama. Let's see. Yeah, I never mentioned on a live stream the bulk reef supply thing. I can tell you with absolute honesty that I had no idea about it. Being a dealer, the fact that they didn't tell me about it, I was like, well, this is kind of a shocker. Um, I can tell you after that happened, I did reach out to Neptune to find out kind of what's going to happen with us. And from the looks of it, nothing's going to change. It's absolutely, at least they haven't told us, nothing's going to change. I can tell you that I'm able to get stock on just about anything, at least right now. The fact that I'm able to get stock on skies are amazing. I have a bunch of them here in my garage now, so I got a bunch of skies that I was able to get, which was surprising. I was like, why do they let little old me get skies? So nothing really has changed, at least not yet for us dealers. A lot of people are concerned that the little dealers, the local fish stops, are going to not have stock because BRS is going to kind of take over. That hasn't happened, at least not yet. So let's see, SB Reef Bright Ultra, SB Reef Bright. I don't know what that is. SB Reef Light Ultra. I don't know what light that is. I mean, even those box lights you see on Amazon, I would never get one of those because I don't think they would work for my tank. I probably need a bunch of them. And there's really zero control, which I don't like on them. But again, they work great for some people. They let you have some because they knew I wanted my Sky. uh, Yeah, Mark, I should ship out yours Monday. Yeah, Monday. I hope Monday. I've been kind of busy trying to. I got a couple other orders I got to ship out, but yeah, finding boxes is the hard part. For those that own a business at all and have to ship things, boxes are the hardest part. You got to go find boxes for everything. That's why Amazon's awesome. Amazon has a size box for every single thing. You know. Let's see. Is Neptune making a Sky mount? They have all the mounts already, Mikey, that Ecotech makes that work with it, so I don't think they're going to. But they do have the Neptune hanging kit, which I'm selling, so. Yeah, the ATI Stratton's supposed to be pretty cool. ATI in general, their LEDs I've had for years, and they're really great lights. So I can see the ATI Stratton being a good light. The Sky does not come with the mounts. If I recall, Adapt Reef was going to make some for the Sky. That's probably true. Just put them in a UPS first class box. Philly, I could if I had the first class box. It's the box, getting the stupid boxes. And trust me, a Sky can't fit in a UPS first class box. I can tell you right now. And by the way, guys, I sell. I had someone comment on this. Everything I sell is free shipping over $100. So if you buy anything above $100, it's free shipping. And if you buy the Sky, it's obviously free shipping. But someone was asking about sales tax. I don't charge sales tax unless you're here in Arizona. So it's I know BRS is selling is I think charging sales tax. I don't charge sales tax. Uh, wow, that is an interesting question, Glenn. Glenn's asking, can the Sky LEDs be swapped out if someone very competent so desired to, or would it require bursting open? It's not sealed, so I mean, obviously it'll void the warranty, but I would presume that technically could be done. Oh yeah, Aaron's. I got tons of boxes for UPS, but the problem is I don't have big enough boxes. So yeah, Reef Keeper. I do free shipping and no sales tax on everything on my website. So I sell the shirts. I I wish I didn't have a job where I had to work every day and had to facilitate customer support and accounting and all. I mean, when you're a business owner, people don't realize all the stuff you have to do. And then when you're a business owner by yourself and you have no one else to help you, and on top of that, I'm selling products on website now. It's just a lot of work, and I can't make more shirts. I can't make more designs. I have so many designs for shirts and stuff. That's really cool, guys. But unfortunately, I just haven't had time to design them. I just don't have the time. I wish I had a partner that could help me, do some stuff. I know my wife has volunteered to help, but she's also really busy too. Um, so I want to get more stuff out. Let's see how many people. We got about 27 people in the contest, so that's awesome, guys. Uh, and my shirt means Batfish Killer. This is a Batfish Killer shirt that I designed. Batfish Killer. I thought it'd be sad, this one, this guy was really tough to find. No, the gift card today, I guess it could be on my store. I think that's a conflict of interest, but whatever. Uh, but yeah, I got shirts, I got hats, I got mugs, I got onesies for babies, I got all kinds of weird crap that I've got. Uh, my meeting minutes, yeah, I do those all the time. Oh yeah, I don't have any complaints about being busy. Um, I feel bad for you guys, my viewers. I feel bad for some other people that I have to disappoint on a daily basis because I have other things going on. I haven't done a live stream in 2 weeks because I had computer issues and I had all kinds of things going on, and I want to be able to. I just want to be able to help everybody. But unfortunately, I just don't have the time. Macy's daddy is asking, do you expect an Ecotech controller to come out with it? I'm sorry, if you expect Ecotech to come out with a controller, I absolutely think Ecotech is going to come out with a controller. And between me and you, I think it's going to fail miserably. I just think it's going to fail. I'm sorry. With the fact that the Mobius has been such, let's be honest, hasn't been the greatest. Hydros is kind of taking over that platform. Neptune, of course, has been huge. GHL is another story, but I don't, there's so many products that have been trying to get into that realm. You got that Felix that honestly is just a piece of junk. And then you got that, who's that company that went out of business? Vertex. Vertex was going to. So make a controller. I think they made a controller, and it was just terrible. Based on everything else they have done recently, I can't see how Ecotech makes it. I totally agree, man. I totally agree. I don't know if you guys know GHL makes lights too. That's what I was saying earlier. All of these companies make lights. Focustronic's making lights. Neptune just decided they're going to get into the game, because so many companies are making lights. They just want to give people the option that if they are a Neptune person or they like Neptune ecosystems, that they can get a light. I think that's really the biggest thing that Neptune was thinking about, is giving the customer, the consumer, an option to keep all Neptune products in one place. And I think that's great because I think a lot of companies do that. Like I said, GHL does the same thing. I mean, Hydros or CoralView kind of does the same thing because CoralView sells a number of products, right, that all work together. Um, and again, I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it's just a different option for people, right? I love my Sky, and it's not because it's Neptune. I just want you guys to know that. I love my Sky because, and I mentioned this in my review, I noticed a significant difference in my corals when I went from what I had, which was a G4 and T5s, to the Neptune. I noticed a difference. I guarantee I would notice a difference probably if I went for the coral care, right? Or I went to the what's the other one? The G5. I'm sure I would notice a difference because they're better lights overall than the G4, right? But I also got, well, I didn't get it for free, but I got one of the Skies I won in a raffle, right? So of course I'm going to use it. So I bought it. I bought the other one. I put the other one in. I put them both together. And I was like, man, these are fantastic. Why should I get rid of them, right? So that's kind of what happened. And the fact that it gives me the errors and the things, hey, this light's not working, or hey, there's something wrong, or I mean, you can even program it to if the light gets too bright to give you an alert. So let's just say that accidentally the programming got lost and the light all of a sudden went to 100%. It's going to alert you and you can actually shut it off. I mean, just things like that are huge. Yes, I used a par meter before I swapped them out. Absolutely, I agree with. I think everyone, if they ever swap out lights, needs to do a par throughout the whole tank, kind of get a general idea. If you're off by about 20 to 30, I think your corals will be fine. Coral Care 2 is. I totally agree. I think the Coral Care is a great light. I did have to bump up the lights. Someone asked if I had to change the percentage of the skies because of the par, and I actually did. And the reason I had to is because remember I had XR30s and T5s, and I went from a sky with no T5s. So to get that supplemental light, I did have to bump it up a little bit. I mean, Steven's asking right here, would it be great if Neptune had an acclimation mode? You can program an acclimation mode. Again, it's going to be a little more of a complex program, but you can. There's a way to do it. Let's see. Brian's saying Sky. Yes, I have Skies. What I was saying was I could have went with other lights, but I got one for the raffle, and I bought one. And I was an SI member, so I got to try it before everybody and beta test it. And I didn't see the need to remove it after I was done with the beta testing because I had got one, right? Yeah, again, Reef Keeper, I mentioned this on my review if you haven't seen the review, but he's saying he knows 100% Coral Care is waterproof. So I mentioned this in my review. Yes, if you are taking your light and dipping it in the water, I expect it to break. If it doesn't break, then that's awesome. But if you throw it in the water, that's your fault. I mean, it should break. The fact that your Coral Care didn't break is just cool. I mean, it's just an extra feature of, hey, if I'm stupid and put the light in my water, then hey, I know I'm going to be fine. But hopefully, people aren't putting your lights in the water just for just general, general electrocution value. um, let's see. I'd rather just flip a slider. Uh, But you know what, guys? I did one time drop an Ecotech Radeon Gen 2 in the water. I used to have these little Eco Exotic strips on my canopy, and it sucked. And I don't want to say it sucked, but it wasn't great. I couldn't grow anything really with it except for mushrooms. This was a long time ago, and I upgraded to a Gen 2 Radeon. I was like, this is going to be the greatest thing ever, right? So I mounted it to that canopy with some hooks, and that was the worst idea. Oh my god! So the hooks just basically fell off, and it fell right in the tank, and that thing was fried immediately. So, but Mikey's asking for the price of Sky. They could have made it waterproof. They could have, but what's the point? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, why should it matter if a light is waterproof? I mean, I just don't get it. I see a Fuge light being waterproof because a Fuge light sits very close to the water, first of all. And if your sump goes up, you know, during any type of thing that could happen, I can see the Fuge light getting in the water, right? Also, you work a lot in your Fuge more than you're going to work on top of, you know, way above your tank. So I can see the Fuge light being more important to be waterproof. And Aaron's saying splashes. Well, he's talking about waterproof, not water resistant. He's saying if he dumps the stupid light in the water, it should be waterproof. And again, my light's like 10 inches above the water. And yes, I agree, fish like to splash and do all kinds of things. But it's again, I can't see water getting in that light unless you literally were to dump water on it. Let's see. Reef Breeders makes great lights. Aken just mentioned. Yeah, I totally agree. I think they're great lights too. Yeah, Brian. They want you to drop it in and have to buy another one. Hey, maybe they do, you know. Maybe Neptune's secret is they want to make it not waterproof, so when you put it in the water, that they'll have to buy another one. Let's see. But you know, like I said, I really do love all the lights out there. There hasn't been really one light that I can say, well, this thing stinks. I would never buy it. I think all of the lights are equally good in their own way. I really do, guys. Any one of you on the stream can say, well, I love Kessel. I love this. I love that. I think they're all good in their own way, guys. So that's kind of what I was kind of getting at with my review, too. I was like, you know, here's the review of the Sky, right? Here's the cons and the pros of the Sky. I didn't want to compare it to any other lights because I think every other light out there is going to also have pros and cons, right? Um, and I think in general, lights are a personal preference, and I always have felt that, especially um, especially if you have your light sitting on top of your tank and it's open, just wide open. Like in my case, my lights are enclosed, so you can't even see them, right? But if you have your light just kind of sitting on top I'm trying to explain this in a good sentence. Your light's just hanging there, right? And you walk in your room and you see the light, then I can look at it as more of an aesthetic thing. Like, ooh, I like how that looks to the eye, not the light itself lighting the tank, but the actual light itself. Some people like that nice can look of the Kessel because it looks really kind of modern and goes well with the house, you know? Oh, the warranty. Oh my God. Mark's mentioning another gripe people are complaining about is the warranty. This is the most stupid comment I've seen on all of this, almost everything, guys. as you guys know, I am a electronics installer. I've been doing it for 20 something years. Almost every electronic that you have in your house, almost every electronic that you have in your house has a 1 year warranty. So if you guys are going to complain about a light having a 1 year warranty, you guys can just it's just the dumbest comment I've seen. I mean, most products, not all, but most products have a 1 year warranty here in the United States. You 100% agree with me? Finally, Glenn? So you don't agree with me about anything else? So this is the only time you've ever agreed with me? I just so again, I wanted to have this conversation because I got so much pushback from my original review and so much pushback. People are just going at me about this Neptune. It's just so stupid. Oh man. Reef Breeders lights have a 2 year warranty. That's awesome, Robert. You know, like I said, some companies will give you an extra year. Some companies will actually give you extra 2 years. If you guys know Apple gives you a 90-day telephone support, 1 year product. And after that, you have to get their Apple Care. You have to pay for it, and it gives you an extra 2 years. So warranty has always been one of those things that I just laugh at people because it's really up to the company if they're going to honor their warranty. Neptune has been pretty good about honoring warranty outside of the warranty period for a lot of people. I can tell you Ecotech is fantastic with their warranty. And again, in electronics, it's completely different. Samsung is the worst. Sony's a little bit better. In my realm, there's so many warranty issues that I deal with. Hamada, welcome, buddy. I assume you're a man, but if you're not, I guess I could call a woman a buddy. Yeah, perfect comment there. Perfect comment. People want to like a light, but they can't afford it, so they automatically bash it. That's 100% true. That's like the most commonality in our hobby. If something's expensive, they automatically don't like it, which is so stupid. Jim's saying Mark Levinson uses Reef Bright strips along with the Sky. Um, you want my honest opinion on that? I think that's stupid. You don't need extra pop with the Skies. That's just stupid. If you guys have seen my tank, and look at my review if you haven't, the Skies give you enough pop as any other light. So I think that's just, I don't know. I think it's dumb. Sorry. What's up, Greg? You missed a lot, my friend. You missed a lot. But you can go back and take a look. I don't know, guys. I think lighting in general, and I mentioned this a couple times already, it's a personal preference. It always is. And when it comes down to it, honestly, let's really think about. If you guys think about this for a minute, if you really think about it, like for a minute, give yourself a minute to think about it. When you get a fish tank and coral and reef tank, what's your goal, right? Your goal when you get that coral, right? Some people, it's, I want to grow coral so I can frag it and give it to someone and make some money, right? Or I want to grow coral because it looks beautiful in my house, right? What's your reasoning for that coral, right? My reasoning for my coral in my tank is to have a beautiful centerpiece, right? Some people's are to grow coral, right? I know I keep saying right, but I want to you guys to think about this before you comment on it. The main goal of lighting is to grow coral. Let's be honest, to grow coral. The secondary is how it looks, how your corals look under the light. And I think the third is aesthetically how it looks in the home. But the first and the main goal of most lighting in a reef aquarium is to grow the coral. That's the number one, and keep them healthy, right? Health and growth is going to be your number one thing. I consider growth go hand in hand with coral health. So if your corals are growing, generally that means they're very healthy. So I'm mentioning this because this whole stuff we've been talking about, it's all about growing coral, right? It's all about what light's going to grow coral, number one reason. And that's when you have to decide what the light is best for you, which light's going to grow coral. Then you think about the second and the third comments I mentioned. And that's how you buy a light, you know? And I think almost every light out there will grow coral. So it's kind of a personal preference, you know, it really is. And that's why when I did my sky review, I mentioned it right in the beginning. I said coral or lights in general are used to grow coral. So is the Neptune Sky doing its number one goal? And that is growing coral. And it is. And that's kind of how the whole review started. I heard that they use Kessels for more shimmer along with lights. Well, Glenn, I just told you the top 3 reasons in order. Oh my goodness. Glenn. Someone ban Glenn. I'm just kidding. I heard they use Kessels. Who uses Kessels with the skies? I can see that being done. Kessels and the sky, because it'll give you that shimmer that people doesn't want, or people want it. Anything I want 3D printed. Oh, that's a good question, Lucas. I need a lot of flight simulator stuff 3D printed. Seriously, I'm not even joking. Yeah, you know, between I know this is live and I know this is on the internet, but between I read your comment. You're saying that you don't want brown acros, basically, and you think coloration is as important as growth. And again, I think the main goal of a light is to grow coral. The secondary is will it grow coral, and in the coloration and being the colors you want, right? And then third being aesthetic in your home, in that order. But I agree with you. What was I saying before I was interrupted by Glenn for the 4th time in this? Oh yeah, the whole BRS situation. Um, so here's my opinion on this, and I said this earlier, and I got to be careful with how I say this because I don't want to offend anybody. I don't like what BRS is doing over the last couple months, let's say. You know, they're releasing videos daily now. How do I put this the right way? It's like when I used to watch BRS TV, probably not 10 years ago, but it was probably 5 years ago. It was so educational and it was so beneficial to me and so many reefers. I think it's called Jumping the Shark, I think is the comment. It's unfortunate because I really used to love BRS and I really used to love what they do for the community and the industry. And it's so much, I think it's just too much now. I think it's way too much advertising. It's way too many videos. I can't follow it anymore. I love them as people. You know, I had Randy on. I love Ryan. I think they're great guys. But I really feel bad for them. I wish they could go back to how they used to be. I really do. I miss those days so much. So I know you guys have. The reason this brought up because you guys are commenting on BRS stuff, and I haven't watched them. You know, I haven't watched them. I haven't paid attention to what they're doing anymore. It sucks. It sucks, guys. I want them. I want them to be small again. Um, it's sad to me. It's sad because I used to love, the weekly live streams and the once here the investigates. Once in a once a day, or I'm sorry, once a week or a month. I don't know, man. That's just my opinion. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but it seems like they're just a big advertising juggernaut now, and I feel bad because I like them as people, and I just hope they go back to their roots at some point. Not get too big. That's my comment on that. Let's see. Cue the dramatic music. Uh, Yeah, they're gonna again. I think Jim saying wait because they're going to have additional crew. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I just being honest with you. Let's see. There's another good comment here. I wanted to mention. Yeah, the shimmer thing we talked about a little bit. Oh, yeah, I was gonna mention just something, and this isn't a plug to me or my channel, but we got about 40 people in, which is fantastic. I try to have between about 30 and 50 on a stream, and I think that's awesome. But BRS guys, if you ever go to their live stream, they have like 1,000 people, like 1,000 to 2,000 people in their stream. It's insane. Like I don't know how they get that many people. And yeah, they've been around for a long time. I haven't been around for a long time, but it's like I don't know what they're doing differently that I can improve on to get more people to watch and to I'm curious. Like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? I try to be as honest as I can. I try to be as sincere as I can. Um, Obviously they're huge, right? But you got people like Reef dudes, you got people like Mark Levinson, and we got all these other people. They got 200 to 500 people, right, on their streams. Um, and I don't know. I want to reach more people because I think I have a lot of good things to say. So that's just my own question to my viewers. Always has been, what can I improve on? What can I do better? I try to be unbiased as much as I can, even though people really get on my case about it. Yeah, Lee, I totally agree with you, and that's why I've been trying to be branch out a little bit more here and there. Um, you know, I try to. I think we had Dr. Mack on to talk about corals. Talk about lighting today. Um, so yeah, you know, Yeah, Stephen, people have mentioned that. It's hard, man. I think during the wintertime, Saturday mornings will be better, but during the summer, Saturday mornings are pretty good. Um, the problem also is I can't go those other times because there's other people, Like I can't do Wednesdays because that's when Reef Dudes goes. I can't do Thursdays because that's when BRS goes. I can't do Saturday evenings because that's when Telegram and Mark go. I can't. I really don't think Friday afternoons would be very good or Friday evenings because that's when people go out. Tuesdays are Neptune, right? I guess Monday could potentially be a good day. Um, yeah, Steven, I'd love to get Lou on from Tropic Marin, um, but he's a lot to take in, man. I love Lou, I think he's a great guy, but he's a little bit over my head, even. Let's see, you really should have. Oh, dude, I'm not doing daily videos, Greg. I don't have time to do that. I got a life, unfortunately. Yeah, Glenn, you're never going on my live stream. You've been banned. Uh, Yeah, I disagree with you on that, Lee. Lee's saying that my name, Reef Automation, limits people. I don't agree with that because the algorithm actually, when I put in all the information about my channel, I put in all the tags as not Reef Automation. I put them in. So if people search for reefing or search for anything reef relating, technically I should come up for different things. Um, it's just going to take time, and I know that. But what I was getting at, maybe I misinterpreted what I was getting at. These people have so many viewers, and it's unfortunate because some of these people, I'm not going to mention names. I was mentioning BRS a little bit. Is they've got away from the goal of teaching and helping people, and now it's become more of an advertising type thing. It's become more of a. I mean, how many of you guys have ever been on BRS, for example? And you go on their live stream and they don't answer a single question from the chat anymore. They used to do it. Now they really don't. They don't even look at the chat. It's like the chat isn't even there. And it appears to me, anyway, that they're just trying to sell something that day on their live stream. And again, that's how I see it. You know, you don't have a live stream, Glenn. Yeah, Lou is awesome. I met him personally at a show. I like him a lot. Yeah, you have to sell your soul to the devil. Yeah, Lee, you got a good point there, man. I'm just curious, how they get thousands of people and they watch them just kind of just talking back and forth to each other about. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, guys. If I'm wrong, just tell me I'm wrong. And I'm wondering how I can improve, right, to get more people to watch me, and make it better for you guys. Yeah, Glenn, you just brought up a good point. Let's see. I like to do how. Steven, I can't do GHL videos. Here's the reason why. Get a better camera. Oh boy. Let's see. I tried. Let me before I keep going with this. Let me tell you that I've had the GHL for a long time. I started making tons of videos on the GHL. I actually made 10 instructional videos on how to do the GHL. A number of GHL videos. I did that because everyone was asking for GHL videos. And I started watching them back. I started editing them. I was going to post them. And again, I thought I was doing it right. And then I watched them and I was completely programming it wrong. Like it was completely wrong and it wouldn't work. And I was like, okay, I can't post this. So to answer your question, Stephen, I did have a bunch of videos ready to go, but the programming was so difficult that I was doing it wrong. And I couldn't in my good heart and conscience post that stuff to people and teaching them something to do it wrong like that. I was like, I'm not doing that. Acan Skywalker said I'm wrong. So what am I wrong about? Yeah, Mark, I already have videos on basic programming and tasks. But yeah, I mean, I could make some more videos. I just have to make more videos. Oh my God, when I went to the Georgia Aquarium, I have a huge video on that. And again, that's going with what you just said, Lee, which is doing videos on other things. I have a whole thing about the Georgia Aquarium that I'm going to post, and I'm looking forward to showing that off. And someone had mentioned, well, yeah, if you have a channel on LPS corals and you're looking for SPS corals, you're not going to look at it. You got a good point. I try to do other things and branch out, but again, I started the channel to be more automation related. So that is a small niche, and there's only a few of you guys, but it's a growing thing as hydros has become more popular. I think as it grows, we might see more people getting into the automation realm. But yeah, I don't want to become a channel that talks about everything. I want to keep it to something more specific because that's why you guys watch me. I didn't do. Actually, I did do some video on my trigger system sump. I'm pretty sure I did, Mark. Spectra Pure auto top-off setup and how to automate. That's a good question, Spectra Pure auto top-off setup. I want to have them on so bad. Yeah, I want to do a hydro series of setup videos, but they're so easy to set up. It's like, okay. I did do I did do 2 or 3 hydros videos on setup, and I don't remember where they are, but I did do 2 videos on setup, and I think it went really well. I think people really liked it. Uh, let's see. Yeah, I guess I can get into the complicated commands. I do have a hydros, so I can do that. But yeah, one thing that even when I have people on, I really try my best to get my subs involved with the chat as much as I can. Um, that's my biggest. Honestly, that's the biggest thing I try to do on all my streams. Is when I have a guest on, I really try to look at the chat as much as I can. It is hard when you have a guest on to really concentrate on what you guys are saying, but I really try to do that. Uh, Normal day maintenance. Funny you mentioned that, Mark. I haven't done normal day maintenance in so long because everything's so automated. You know, John just mentioned a video of RODI systems. You know, I. It's funny you mentioned that because when I installed my calc reactor and my calcium reactor, I wanted to do a step-by-step process, and I was like, oh, I got to get my video camera out. And I was being so lazy. Oh my God, I just wanted to install it. I was like, oh, I should do a video on this, and then of course I didn't. Let's see. I saw another really good question. Carlos. I had Carlos on the stream. I had Carlos, and I want him back actually. So I love watching build videos. Yeah, I'm known to be a Neptune guy. That's true. I've said in the past the reason for that. Um, the reason for that is I've had Neptune for 20 years. I've had it forever, and I know it. And whether I'm biased towards it or not, my bias is that I know it, and I know it so well that people that have it, I want to help them, and that's the reason I would consider your comment correct. However, I do love Hydros. I think it's a fantastic product, and if I knew it better and I owned it and used it as much as I use my Neptune, I would probably talk more about Hydros, and teach Hydros more. I know it's still new, so as it becomes more popular, I can see myself giving more advice on it. Um, so I can't really sell Hydros. I've tried to contact them, but no one ever got back to me about selling it. Um, I just became a Neptune dealer, so I got to see how I do with that before I even consider selling anything else. Um, yeah, I've mentioned that many times, Mark. Mark said nothing wrong with backing and supporting something you use and know. I don't know how many of you guys are in the customer service industry. I presume there's a couple of you guys that deal with people like I do. And if you're selling something to someone as a business, which I am, um, let's just put it this way. Let's say you're a chef, right? And your specialty is cooking lobster. I don't know. It's a stupid example. And all of a sudden, a customer comes in and says they want a hamburger. And you are a very good chef, but all you ever really specialize is in lobster. And this guy wants a hamburger, right? Then you make the hamburger, you give it to him, and he eats it, and he goes, "Oh, this is not a very good hamburger." But he's so used to giving you lobster or making lobster. So if he gives you a lobster, right, that lobster is going to be fantastic. But he gives you a hamburger, it's going to be so-so, right? So the same thing in my situation. I know Neptune so well. I've been using it for so long. If I go and sell it to someone, I know I can support them and I know they're going to be happy with the product that I sold them. I also can go to their house and install it with confidence because I know if there's a problem, I can go there and fix it, right? Now, let's say I switch gears and I start selling the hydros as well, right? And I haven't been using the hydros and someone has a problem with it. Well, guess what? I've never seen that problem, right? Um, I might run into issues, right? I might have to call up hydros and be on the phone with them for hours, um, and all this nonsense, right? So that's the reason why I sell Neptune. It's not a bias towards Neptune. It's the fact that I know I can support my customers as a business. I have to look at it as a business and not a personal thing. And I have to look at it as I know I can help my customers because I know Neptune. I don't know hydros as much. Obviously, that will change over the years. Like the chef, maybe he starts making hamburgers and starts perfecting his hamburgers, right? So that's kind of what I was just trying to explain. I've tried to explain this multiple times, um, but now I want a hamburger. Again, I've explained it multiple times, but I still get bashed for being a Neptune guy. And yes, I love my Neptune products, and I love everything Neptune does because it works for me. But I'm never going to be biased towards other products, ever. That's never what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm going to tell you what I feel about any product. Doesn't have to always be Neptune. Greg, yeah, I'll reach out to them. I appreciate that. Richard, I don't know who he is, but I'll reach out to him. But again, it's going to be a while till I actually start selling it because I have to really get good at selling Neptune, which I'm not very good at right now. I haven't had a lot of orders. I have a ton of skies I'm trying to get rid of. So if you guys want skies, I have a bunch of them. And I have to get good at one thing before I move on to other things. Just like in my business, I'm a very good restaurant programmer. If I wanted to start doing something else, I'd have to get really good at that before I start doing it. Anyway, we're at about an hour and 15, so we're gonna close this up. My throat's starting to hurt from all the talking. I wish I had a guest, but I need some water. And I got a couple guys I want to have on. Greg, man, I'd love to have you on. Glenn, I don't want to have you on, but I'd love to have some people on that I haven't spoke to or haven't met. I've been reaching out to SpectraPure. I want to have them on really bad. So we should be seeing them. And I do have someone coming on that is a hydros expert. So he's had to cancel a few times, unfortunately. So that should be cool. So let's go ahead and run the contest. We're going to give out a $50 gift card today. We did have 27 enters, so that's fantastic. And it's going to be not dealer's choice. It's going to be the person whoever wins is going to tell me what they want it from. Obviously, it'd be nice if you got it from my store, but you can pick it from wherever you want. And again, another shameless plug. I have just a grip load of skies I'm trying to get rid of. If you guys are interested in skies, they're hard to come by. I do have a lot of them. If you know anybody that wants a sky, again, we have free shipping and no sales tax. So I do have them. They're ready to ship. So if you know anybody that wants some skies, I would really appreciate it if you bring them my way because I would love to get rid of them. Otherwise, I'm going to sit in my garage. Let's see. Okay. Pick winner. That's right. Here we go. Yes, if you are in Arizona, I do have to charge sales tax. The winner today is Mr. Brian Bench. Welcome, Brian, or congratulations, Brian Bench. You are our winner today. Yeah, I'll hit you up, Greg, man. How do I get a hold of you? You got a Facebook or something I can get a hold of you on? I know you've tried to reach me before. Um, and you have a really good point, Greg. I've been trying to kind of venture out um, and doing other things as much as I can, Greg, but I have to still kind of maintain my lane, which is why I started this channel, and that is helping automation and helping reefers with like Neptune, Hydros, GHL controllers, automating things. I mean, that's the whole point of my channel, right? If I don't grow the channel like these other, I'm not complaining about it. I might have sounded like I was complaining about it. I was just curious how they're getting so many people when I think that some of the stuff they say it's like I don't know if they're really helping people anymore. It's more just selling stuff. That's just my opinion. But again, I have to kind of stick to my lane and veer off just a little bit here and there. Yeah, like I said, we'll try to get Greg on. Sounds like people want you on, Greg. But yeah, any last minute questions about anything while you got me? I'm gonna try to be a little more. I'm gonna try to be on more as much as I can. I'm waiting again for some people, so and I hope you guys had fun. I know it was just a lot of talking, but I didn't have I didn't have any guest plan, but I wanted to see you guys, so I just wanted to say hi and tell you I'm alive. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you guys very soon. And Steven, reach out to me, man. I got some stuff for you. I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. Okay.